It happened in the country house of my grandmother and grandfather in Ukraine. I visited them every summer. So, closer to the point, I was sitting with my cousin in the house when suddenly we heard footsteps in the attic. There was no one at home. We were worried and at first thought that something had fallen. Then it was much worse. The sound continued for several minutes. Then after 5 minutes, the doors began to open and close. We ran out into the yard somewhat frightened, stood and went inside again, and the sound continued wherever we were. We went outside again and went to the garage to get something, and when we opened the door, there was a small doll hanging from the ceiling at the end of the garage. Blood was dripping from it, and she spoke to us. We got scared, closed the door and ran away. For another 3 years, we heard knocks, footsteps, doors opening and suddenly closing. And then, on Easter next year, we learned that in our village there are Satanists in an abandoned club in the center of the village. When we passed by it that day, some nun was walking 20 meters from us. She was like a ghost, passed by, said nothing, did not turn her head and went on. We were worried. Then, that night, we heard screams near that building in the basement, but we didn't dare to go there. After that, the paranormal events stopped and I didn't come part-time for the next year. When my great-grandmother passed away, I inherited an antique porcelain doll that had been in the family for generations. It was beautiful, with blonde hair, blue eyes, and a frilly pink dress. But something about the doll gave me an uneasy feeling. One night, I woke up to find the doll sitting on my chest, its eyes glowing red. I tried to scream, but its hand clamped over my mouth. From then on, I couldn't get rid of the doll, no matter how hard I tried. It seemed to be cursed, following me wherever I went, its eyes following my every move. As the weeks went on, I noticed that strange things were happening. Objects would move on their own, doors would slam shut, and I would hear giggling coming from the doll. It was as if the doll was alive, and it was taking control of my life. One day, I woke up to find the doll's eyes had turned black, and I knew it was too late. The doll had consumed me, and I was trapped inside its cursed body forever. I tried to scream for help, but it was no use. The curse of the doll had taken hold, and I was doomed to spend eternity as a doll, watching as the world passed me by.